I'm right here. I'm right here. Oh, we need to go to comments. I know, but Caitlin stopped me again at the door. Yeah. Okay. All right. I can't. It's hard to see. Finally, I had to go back out, come back in because hopefully this device won't fall. Okay, because that's how I broke many devices doing that. Even trying to be careful. Let's see here. Hey, Luminous, Jessica, Four Flying Doves. So, hey, Live Thankful. Today, the landlord and I guess some termite guy came and they sprayed again, or whatever they were doing, and it makes me lightheaded. It wasn't as bad as the last time, though, I thought. The last time it was real bad. Like, I kind of make you sick. I was just watching a Summer Wells reading. I think the girl's name was like Trisha. I'd never seen it before, so. But she pretty much feels. What she was saying is pretty much like similar to what I think happened. It's so tiny because I'm on my. It's the Restream, and I put it on. I put it on a computer, not mobile, but I know I would. Yeah. Let me see. Did I? I'm trying to think. Did I set it up wrong or something? Yeah, I was more worried about my daughter and the animals, because Bandit being like a few pounds. Bandit, are you going to be good today? Why do I think have a feeling you're. Why do I have a feeling you're going to be a little yipper this evening? Huh? I just have a feeling. You're getting squeaky. Already, I hear you squeaking. Well, they said that it was it supposedly wasn't harmful or toxic, is what we were told, but yeah. Well, I didn't know really what was involved with termite extermination or whatever it was. I'm guessing they found signs of termites, I suppose. Or I don't know if it was a preventative thing or. So, like I said. So I said earlier, we're making, I guess, biscuits and gravy again. It's fine. Huh? Yeah. That's fine. Watching Jumpsuit Pablo. I see Judy Ron and Jumpsuit Pablos like all the time. Pretty busy road. Yeah, I guess you could probably turn that off now. Oh, jeez. Has to go to the bush. That's where he goes every time. Oh my God. He has cancer? That's horrible. That's what we're having with Thankful. Yeah, country girl. They said it wasn't, so. It's been like I don't know, blah day. Eat some Mexican food. What are you gonna have? Are you making it? Okay. I know. It's small. Cause I'm on my phone, but let me see. No. Camera. Yeah. It's probably because I guess because I'm on my phone. But that's weird because is it not usually like this? If when I'm walking like and I'm at Dollar General, huh? Uh, the yeah, and we just need to. Yep. If I can remember where it's at. Oh yeah. Guess we'll get two, huh? Or I suppose it's different tonight. I wonder why. But your dog is so cute, Sheila. Oh my gosh. She would put up a really hard competition for Bandit as far as the cuteness. Are you gonna make it tonight? Are you gonna make it tonight? I don't think so, but wasn't there something that we did need to get? I'm sorry, guys, that the camera sucks tonight. Should I just go ahead and just turn it off just because it's pointless? Bandit. Her making milkshakes and stuff is making me interested. Oh, yeah. They don't have that here, really. Hey, Jim. I knew you were going to be yippy. I knew he was. I could tell. Yeah. Of course, my phone's not connecting to the... Why is it going to make me sign in again? Continue to the internet. Okay. Start scanning. Let's see. Making sure we don't have any... Okay. And I was going to get maybe M&M's. So I'm going to probably... Big old thing of freaking M&M's. They have... Shit. Deals available. And you spend $9. You get... That's okay. That... It looked like we had enough milk, but... Alright, let's just go. That's just small... Oh! Bandit. How dare you embarrass Mommy like that? Oh, holy moly. Somebody's in trouble. Somebody's in trouble. There's police here. Police. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Shut up, dude. You're gonna get charged for impeding investigation. They're gonna take you away for interfering with an investigation, Bandit. Shh. You want to take him outside, I guess. Oh. I'm sure it was a theft or something.
I had the bananas in one in one bag up here, and then I had the Folgers and the peach cream potato chips. Right? And it was in this bag, and he didn't even bother grabbing it. He just put the bananas in one bag. Thank you, sir.
Did you have a theft?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Did they get them or you get away?
Well, I had this house right now. They were just here to like get my information and see what they wanted to do. And, if he comes back and pays, well, good.
Oh, well, that's a nice. That's a good offer because. Hold on,
It can be really bad for him.
Right, exactly. So, let's see. I always forget my phone number.
Oh, you're fine. Is this gonna be all for you?
Yeah.
2016. Really? Yeah, but it's my information. What you were talking about. Yes, what? Your guess? Yeah. I'll make sure you know who you were. I guess. I don't know. You didn't get a profile? Oh, that is fine. You're allowed to say no? What? I'm not allowed. Since I'm a manager. Or lead. Have a good night.
You too.
I should try. Well, yeah, see, that's what I mean. Act like that, and then you're suspicious.
Peel. That's really nice of them that they're gonna they're not gonna press charges if he comes back and pays for it. That's awesome. They're giving that thief the deal of a lifetime. They say if he comes back and pays for it, they're not gonna press charges. Oh, here. Okay, here, you stay with this. Guys, I forgot something. I'm gonna leave you guys with them. I'll just mute for now. Give us just a minute. It must be something he... Okay, guys, sorry about that. Okie dokie. Just had to go in and grab something for Fred real quick. I wasn't going to bring Bandit back in there after how he's like... Yeah, guys, I don't know. I'm sorry about that. I don't think there's any way for me to change it. I guess it's today. It must be somewhat of a different setting because I must have did something different because I'm getting more complaints than usual. Yeah, I thought it's been like this for the for every time I go to. Well, unless I am on StreamYard, but when I run out of like time on StreamYard, because like the free plan is up to only like 20 hours a month. So and it's $25 a month, and sometimes I just don't, have to pay something else. You know what I mean? So I just use Restream, and Restream's not. It's not as good. It's a little more complicated, I think. But one thing I noticed, you can add multiple cameras, more than one camera on Restream without having a subscription, which you can't do that with StreamYard. With StreamYard, with the free plan, you can only use one camera. So, that is a plus. But yeah, I might have had it on, I don't know. The video that there is, it's clear. I guess that's good to know. The little bit of the video there is, at least it's clear, huh? Hi, Kathy. I think Bandit's... I remembered to eat something this time before the trip over there. I've been trying to stay with that because, man, we should have got some peanut butter, but oh well. I got the M&Ms for the ice cream that it looks like she's already ate half of it. So I doubt you had very much of it. And I only had a scoop on top of my little concoction. Huh? Yeah, it's... Anyways, So we got I'm trying to think. We probably forgot something that I intended on getting. I could have got some potatoes or. How do you like it? How are you liking it up here? People are asking, like, is it, I mean, does it feel still weird? You would call this city? Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's like the,
I mean, I lived in Kingsport without apartments for about 4 years.
yeah, that's not much different than probably here. Actually, though, Kingsport's going to be bigger than this area. Right. I mean, that's rare to, I mean, all places are bad in drugs, like, but in Knoxville, like, they are out open, like, yeah, shooting up and stuff like that. Yeah. So, yeah. And see, and I know that's like, and that was something of my landlord's concern is like, you know, the drugs, like he was worried that it would be a temptation, but it's like, and wherever you go, there's, your addiction is where you're at. So, yeah, but yeah, seeing that needle the other day, that was, I mean, there's a couple, I mean, I've never seen something like that. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I know it's gonna be.
You're gonna either end up in prison or dead if you don't get clean.
Yeah, it's kind of loud back here, and but yeah, he talks kind of low. But basically, he was just saying it's not much different than other places like he's lived before, like for short times. I mean, you did live at Ben Hill, like basically, I mean, pretty much your whole life, but there was little periods where you stayed in Kingsport for a short time. When you got married, you had a house. It's Gornsville. But yeah, he knew what kind of decision he was making. He could have stayed over at Ben. Yeah. Yeah, and he could have stayed at Ben Hill Road. He 100% could have stayed out there had he wanted to. He has just as much right to that as you know who. So and well, Fred and well, anyways, all three siblings do. So if he wanted to, he could have stayed out there. even over at 165. And a nice, which is a nice property. Doing stuff to keep himself busy. He's been working a lot on the yard. He had took apart the trampoline to take off the netting and stuff. Pulled weeds like by hand because we don't have a shovel thing. That's kind of stuff that he's doing. He does he just takes out the trash, and that's right now. So as far as any type of like hobby or anything, though, yeah, dishwasher. That's his. But no, we haven't. He hasn't had really. It's been about a month now, I think, that he's been here. Yeah, we haven't really got to do anything like that cool yet, really. The sausage is frozen, and it stinks in here. That's the worst part, is walking out and then walking back in, It does. It does make you wonder how it affects the dogs, but they said it wasn't toxic, so what do you think happened to Summer? I think it was a cover-up of a crime. Like, they felt like they had to get rid of Summer because CPS had been, watching them, and there had been, they had been coming out there. Today, actually, you know what? Fred had a very good theory that he thinks that it was possibly supposed to happen on the 14th. But Dobbs might have screwed that all up, and that could have been why they were so mad, because maybe there was something that was supposed to be arranged on the 14th, if you know what I mean. And that's why it ended up having to be the 15th, because of Jackie Dobbs. Boil cinnamon in a pot. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, yeah. I don't like doing that, but that's the only way. Vanilla to it. That's a good idea. But yeah, she was definitely, I feel like, sold or traded for a debt, or sold in some way, because CPS were onto him about something, and Summer was old enough to start talking, and if they did a physical examination of her, they would find stuff that would have probably shown signs of SA and abuse. And I would bet that there would be several people that would be worried about that being found out, because I don't think it was just Don Wells abusing her, which is sick, I know. But we think of, him trying to sell little Don when he was little Donnie when he was a baby, allegedly. And then, the alleged stuff going on at the bottom property at always showing up what?
Like on the
We'll think of it here in a second.
shows in area. special sex offenders in the area. Always showing them.
What do you mean? Oh, the sex offenders, you mean? Oh, yeah. It was there. Yeah, there's a lot of sex offenders in that area.
Well, a lot of it was coming home with Dawn from work and stuff. That was staying at home.
Oh, he thinks that a lot of it was because of the people, like a lot of the people, the sex offenders that were staying in the area. He believes were brought there because of 110 in a way, because of some nefarious activities. I mean, just think about it. We already know Marcus. What's his name? No, oh, not Marcus Washington, but yeah, that's the one that I'm looking at. I really, gosh. Anyways, what was I? Marcus. Forget what I was getting at now. Yeah, this is my only opinion. Like, it's not fact. But a lot of the what was it, the cousin or uncle of Candace Bly, he was staying there for a short time. It shows up on his background when you pull him up. I can't think of his name. I don't know why I was thinking it could be Marcus. Yeah, Chris Marco. There you go, Chris Marco. As one example. And there's just a lot of smoke signals like that. Really, when there's smoke, there's fire. And I mean, it's really hard to deny that there's a lot of red flags. But yeah, I do believe it was it's nothing new. I do believe it was a group effort, because I think that there was some kind of operation that's been going on for very many a few generations. And it's so, these people, are born into these families and grow up in that lifestyle. And there's, in Beach Creek, there's no opportunities out there. It's hard even to make a phone call. So,
and even making a 911 call, a lot of times you can't even make a 911 call on a cell phone, even though there's
right,
no service.
Right. If you don't have service, you can't even make a 911 call. I mean, service is what you mean.
I mean, at the AT&T 911 tower in on the lower end of Beach Creek, actually behind the Borders now, where it's located. That's where they've set the cell phone tower up, the 911 tower, and it's only 911 only.
I'm gonna put a bandit out here. He's gonna try to get to the. He's sniffing around the cat litter. I know what he's doing. He thinks we can't see him. I'm live. I'm live. We'll get one of those. Okay. It's fine, Caitlin. Says I agree. We only know half of the essay that Don admitted to, and Grandis' brother and Candace. I was this reading that I was watching, that this tarot reading I was watching, it was crazy because she got this card that had the word proud on it, and it also had the word well, and that stood out to her, and it made her think that there's this tie, that's some kind of, what's the word, clarification, that somehow these cases are alike in some way or tied together. I'm talking about Sebastian and Summer Wells. I don't know how, I don't know how it would be, but there's got to be something. Maybe the way that they're this similar is because of parents like hiding something, maybe, and a grandparent possibly also involved. True Crime Commentary mentioned him. Marcos, does Fred know him? No, he said he wouldn't know him. That guy's from, unless he would have happened to see him over at the Wells, like that time that he was staying there. But Fred wasn't there, like hardly ever. I mean, he would never have real reason. Yeah, had no real reason to ever go there. Like they didn't do drug business with each other, really.
We never done drug business together.
I mean, except he knew that you were into stuff because he came back there and he would like ask to do his drugs back there, right? Yeah. Hide out back there.
Before he was selling anything, no.
So right that area, right where Dobbs, that property, that area that Dobbs was going to purchase or did purchase, at one time, you remember we said there was no cameras until Thompson? That's probably why they were mad. Dobbs ruined their plan, whatever was supposed to happen on Monday. I mean, think about it. That was the day that John was looking like he lost his best friend, as Dudley said, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. It was that same day, the 14th, that Dudley saw him all upset and really down. And that's when he fired Dudley. Then that's all crazy, that crazy following Jackie Dobbs, trying to hunt him down. Why were they so upset about that? What did Jackie Dobbs screw up? Hey, Amanda. When Fred said something about Jackie, that theory about Jackie Dobbs and the 14th, and it, I was like, that would make sense, because that would make sense why they were so upset, because that area, there was no cameras. They didn't think they could have the exchange right there and nobody would see anything. But they had to change things because of that. I would like to see, like on the 14th, like what Andy was. Hey, Matthew. So, I don't know. I'm sure that Fred feels like pretty similar. We have is that like similar to what you believe that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of matches in with the data from Knoxville too. I mean.
Mm-hmm. All the Knoxville connection. Dawn and Andy Knoxville runs, and then also Ed. What's his name? Redmond.
Has ties.
Yeah, he always bragged about all these hookers that he would get out of Knoxville, allegedly.
And he ran a lot of equipment out of Knoxville too.
Yeah, and Don Wells was doing work for him the week before Summer went missing. And then that would make sense. I mean, think about it. What was going on? He was like, "Oh, I've got it." Andy mentions his uncle, John Smith, about helping him on the 14th. Or something about Jackie Dobbs. So that tells me that ties he's the one that brought his uncle into this. Mm-hmm. At first, people thought he was talking about Fred's dad.
Yeah. The way he said it,
Mm-hmm. 'Cause, 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 'cause He wanted people to stay confused. Well, it got messed up on the 14th. That sounds very, very possible to me that Jackie Dobbs screwed shit up from. I mean, what other reason would they be so mad? You heard the Mirkos ran a motorcycle shop? Well, that's interesting since Jody Sue's family has a lot of ties to motorcycle clubs and stuff like that.
I don't know if anything underneath Dawn's property.
You don't know anything what?
Somebody's asking if I know anything underground areas under Dawn's property. I don't know of any.
I'll change the water a little bit.
I was trying to think when that house was even built, though, you know. Karen Goodwin had it built.
Huh?
I was trying to think what year it was Karen Goad had that house built and stuff.
You said it never made sense to you why he tore down the part of the house that he tore down. Because you said it was he tore down the nicest part of the house and you didn't understand that or something. Didn't you say he tore down a part of the house? Who was it that was saying something? But yeah, something. There was a part of the house that was he redid or did something.
No, I talked about that place on the left-hand side of the driveway down there where Shay and them made it, or was showing that video the other day where that trail went off.
Cracking cases. Was it cracking cases video?
Yeah. All I said is I didn't see why that hadn't been talked about a long time ago. You know, that building there.
Yeah, you have mentioned that building a lot.
Because, I mean, from the outside, it's in better shape than the house was.
I know that Cracking Cases was the only one that's, I think, been successful at seeing that building. I don't know what.
But see, at the end of that building, that ain't never been discussed either, is that single wide that they tore down and piled up and stuff, pushed up in a pile below that building before you get to it going up their driveway.
They were afraid of all the people that Dobbs was going to bring in the area. Like, if he was moving there, that'd bring more eyes, people that could possibly see something going on back there on Ben Hill Road. If they're right there moved in at the front of the holler.
And that cuts your trail off, too, going from Andrew's property to Don's property, the trail that they always traveled. Mm-hmm. When they called the dog trail. Because it was a shortcut from Andy's property through Dobbs's to Don's. It was almost half the distance as if they would travel the driveway.
It's a door in the floor. But also, I think doesn't the house up there at 125 too have a door in the floor?
No, it's outside. As you go onto the porch, it's to the right. It's like a dirt cellar underneath it.
Kathy says, didn't Jody, Sue, and AB go around to different haulers and motel the night before the 14th to make sure Dobbs was gone? Yeah.
Yeah, on the 14th.
Yeah. So, what were they worried about? That's weird, don't you guys think?
Yeah, there's a root cellar at 125 that went under the house, you know. That's where Anna Smith and Pascal Smith, which is Andy's grandparents. That's where they always kept their canned food and stuff.
Oh, pull up which one? Per Garden.
Oh.
Here. Mm-mm.
After Allie throwing that Viceroy symbol.
Yep. Right here, guys. So another picture of what we want to point out about this Vice Lords thing. Fred pointed out to me earlier, referencing Prayer Garden's video, and has Allie on the front. And look at the hand sign that she's throwing. You'll see that a lot with people tied to this case. Look for this symbol. We need to start screenshotting that every time we see somebody throwing that symbol.
And see, lots of Summer's pictures that people's put out, Summer even throws that same symbol, you see.
Yep. Yep. So the VL right there, Vice Lords, definitely looks like the symbol of Vice Lords. Then we hear allegedly True's husband or baby daddy, whatever he is affiliated. Then allegedly, well, no, this isn't alleged, it's true. Because we've heard Hunter himself say he had ties. Like, he brags about having ties to gangs. And if you look, you'll see that them.
We always call them vice grips in jail. They're great to make them mad.
So, yeah, it's not just a coincidence, Amanda. Hey, Lorianne. All these things can't be coincidences.
I mean, I noticed that in Summer's pictures. I mean, right off when they was posting a lot of Summer's pictures, a lot of them had her throwing that symbol, the Viceroy symbol.
Mm-hmm.
It's both symbols, really. The two different symbols.
Yep. If you just saw one of them, one picture like that, or you wouldn't really notice it. Think anything of it, but when you start, you see that in the pictures over and over again.
I just like Candace having that Playboy symbol tattooed on her. I just wondered what the story behind it,
That is true. Candace does have a Playboy tattoo on her. Playboy bunny tattooed.
I've never seen it. I just come up with it.
It's on her arm.
I just heard that.
Wasn't it? Wait, was it? Candace did have the Playboy. Was it Candace? No, I do know that Bill Shipley has a Playboy bunny too. I don't know what Candace. Was it Candace or her ex? I think now I'm second guessing or questioning myself whether Candace had that Playboy bunny tattoo or not. I was thinking she did on her arm. Anybody else know?
Well, I just like Bill Shipley was. Used to try to say Hunter was his and stuff.
Yeah. So Bill Shipley used to, for some odd reason, try to claim Hunter as his, but Hunter, like Allie's Hunter.
I reckon him and Allie used to be together for a while.
Yeah, there's rumors supposedly Allie and Bill Shipley have had a thing in the past. Trick or treats on my feet. Look, we didn't even let Bandit in here either, Athena. It's not just you. Says at the very beginning, I remember seeing pictures of different little girls with their hair being partly shaved, dyed blue and pink, and all the pictures were with Allison's grandmother. Yeah. And look, what about that one? I think that's one with
like Allison and her grandmother, whatever she is. They don't like they wasn't having much to do with Candace and stuff. But after Summer went missing, and the law enforcement pulled off the end of the holler, they was running to Candace's and stuff, partying up there all the time. You would see them coming off the hill. I mean, they even.
So yeah, that's weird. Allie tried to act like they weren't cool and stuff, but she was still partying up there at Dawn and Candace's after Summer went missing. Like Fred had an altercation with Allie, and was it another real big lady or was it?
He was a gray-headed lady.
Was it Gray Bun or Grand Bun then? Grand Bun and Allie probably.
Yeah, they supposedly had Ronnie Lawson on speed dial.
Oh yeah, they were threatening Fred with Ronnie Lawson and saying that like they had
broke down at that first Tyler's who go in before you get to Dawn's driveway one night about 1 o'clock in the morning.
And this was after Summer went missing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fred was broke down a little bit over there, or broke down at like 1 a.m. And this was after Summer went missing. And it was right over there by near Dawn's driveway. For some reason, Allie and Grand Bun, it sounds like, if you say gray-headed, came down there and like drunk as can be.
They were driving a dark-colored SUV.
And they were driving a dark-colored SUV, and they started yelling at Fred, threatening him with Ronnie Lawson and stuff. Like, you know.
They ain't gonna speak out. Why didn't they don't have him go?
Fred said, I told him if they had him on speed dial, why didn't they go already have him there?
I'd like for them showed up because they would have arrested them for being intoxicated. I mean, they were drunk off their honeymoon.
Yeah, the different colors of hair. That's what I was about to say. Is there's this one picture, and it's tied to Allie. I can't remember if it's Allie's Facebook or one of her friends, or you guys have many of you have seen the picture of the little girl who looks like Summer's age with the bright red like clown hair. Like, no way this color of hair is natural, okay? And, I mean, it was no way it was natural, but it was also not, like, red, like, I say clown red. It was a little bit maroon, so, but it was definitely not natural, and it makes no sense why you would color a 5-year-old-ish is hair like that. Do you guys know which picture I'm talking about? That picture is so weird. Well, I don't know. Andy he even said that he went down to his uncle's because to help keep watch for Jackie Dobbs. It just doesn't make sense to me. Right, Ilva, you saw the picture. Yep. The little girl had really bright blue eyes, just like Summer. In a way, I guess, could kind of pass like a Summer, but I'm pretty sure it's not her. But oh my gosh, like, why would you color a little girl's hair like that? Like that color, like it's not a fun color, you know, like a blue or like a fun red. It's like a really just like ridiculous color. Yeah, well, it's weird that Allie and Grandbun wanted to flex like they were flexing as if Ronnie was like their buddy or something. You know what I mean? Which is uncomfortable. But I know people who say shit like that all the time. You know, they try to act like they're a big shot or somebody. You know what I mean? But my guess is they want to try to act like a big shot because they figured somebody was down there causing, pilfering or looking around, getting into things. Who knows what? It's my guess because it was after Summer went missing. But, Fred, once they went down there and seen that it was Fred, it would have been, he tried to, my understanding, tried to tell them like he was broken down, but they still just were so belligerent. They were not listening. But they knew it was for sale, though. It wasn't shocking because they knew about it. Had his number to call him to give him a heads up, let him know cops want to talk to him. Well, dang, powdered sugar. That's what I've been wanting to get is powdered sugar. Because I wanted to try my little treat with powdered sugar instead of cinnamon sugar. Or like a variation. Or all of the above. I also want to make corn. I've been craving cornbread dressing lately. Hey, honey bunnies. You don't think Jody Sue had any idea Andy was leaving her? Yeah. I don't even know what.
I mean, it's just odd that their family life fell apart the day pretty much Summer went missing.
Mm-hmm.
They all separated stuff within days of Summer going missing, like 3 days.
Yep, a lot of weird, more drastic decisions they were making with their life decisions. Way more drastic decisions than Candace or Dawn were making. Like, I don't know. It was like Andy and Jody Sue's life just like fell apart right then. And I don't even know what to believe about that relationship, but that's not my real.
Out of it all, trying to let everybody else go down for it.
Who, Dawn?
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Don hasn't even had anything, like, he kind of just glazes over Andy. You don't think neither Allie or Grandma or when Allie and Grandma were down there, who was driving? Was there somebody else driving?
No, Allie was driving.
Allie was in the driver's seat?
Yeah. He just into it in the vehicle.
But they just drove to go down to the bottom to see what you're up to?
No, they was going home, I guess.
Oh, okay. And they seen you there and they started being like, yeah. Somebody here is saying they didn't think that Allie drove.
Yeah, Allie was driving 100%.
They said it must have been somebody else that you saw because I don't think Allie or Grandma drove.
Yeah, Allie was driving.
Now, Grandma, I don't know. You're right. I saw her go to a bus stop, so and maybe they were driving one of the Wells vehicles. Mm-hmm. No, you said it was a dark. You would have known what vehicle it was.
Didn't Andy even state that Allie had a black SUV or dark colored SUV that he was changing tires on at one point?
Oh yeah, that is true. Andy did say something about working on a vehicle for Allie and Allie going by his work. Well, Jody Sue mentioned something about Allie going by his work, so there is. Yeah, I mean, she drove sometimes. Yeah, I don't know if she actually had a license, but she did drive sometimes. Now, I don't think I don't know if Grandbun did, but
just like me, when Summer went missing, I didn't have no license and stuff, and they knew I didn't have license, but they let me travel in and out and stuff, and take and show them where certain places was, driving and stuff. Certain locations I thought was at interest, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That was their least worries about people driving or whatever at that time.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't worried about if. I mean, I'm sure if she had. Allie's even gone on. Didn't she even go on? What's that channel? In the driver's seat of a vehicle. I thought she went live one time. I'm pretty sure she drove. I'm trying to think of instances like of proof of that, but I'm pretty certain she did. From his mouth on his dad channel, he was trying to get money to move to Tennessee or to New York to live with his dad, but what did he say happened to his pregnancy? Where's his child at? Has he addressed that? That's what I want to know.
Hunter's dad was trying to get him in New York and stuff within the week of Summer going missing and stuff, trying to have that man to get Hunter back to New York and stuff with him and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They were some kind of ties with some kind of officer too with out of Sullivan County. That was in the area too.
Well, I don't know what to think of that whole thing when that situation happened. Andrew could have looked at it as an opportune time to try to make some money because at the time Summer's case was getting a lot of attention and there was a lot of, unfortunately, people taking advantage of that in a nefarious way. So I don't know because he did. That's what they were iffy about that whole thing and his intentions with that because he hadn't had much of a relationship with Hunter before that, you know? Fred's making the biscuits here. stick it a little bit. Oh, you have to. We won't want to. I'll show him after it's all on the pan. So just to show you, we'll show you once he gets on the. He's getting stage fright. Ali even drove to New York. Yeah, I'm sure she drove when she needed to or when she had to. I mean, she had it. I'm also with Fred on the whole, and I heard Hunter say this too in a clip over on Andrews. It had to have been like within a month or two, and he was saying that he had an appointment with his probation officer on the 15th.
First he said 2:00, and then he changed it on his dad's channel to 3:30.
Yeah, which is weird because weren't you drinking and supposedly smoking?
Smoking.
You're gonna go to an appointment with your probation officer drinking? I guess crazier things have happened, but like that, I don't know. Andrew said when he heard about the reward is 24 hours alone with Hunter, he'd get it out of him. Oh, when he heard about the reward, he said in 24 hours alone with Hunter, and he'd get it out of him. Hey, Michelle Vokey. I said hi earlier, but I don't know if you heard me or not. Okay, here, let me show you guys the biscuits. That was kind of and I'll probably make the gravy. He usually makes the biscuits. I make the gravy, which we're trying to get the sausage thawed out, but it's getting to a point here. What the hell? I've often wondered how much, if any, impact the lockdown and pandemic had on Summer's case. Yeah, that's true. Well, we do know that there was no, I mean, like Ronnie Lawson said, and it's obvious too, and common sense, the communications out there it's horrible.
I mean, even the law enforcement, when they come out, they ain't even got radio service. They even talk between each other once they get out to being your road.
So yeah, the officers can't even respond to so they set up 2 to 4 at a time. Yeah, that's why they set up some kind of tower or something, so they could stay in communication with each other. So I believe that was probably the biggest hindering of the case. I mean, I just have to, just listen to all the information, like the miscommunication, like how much different stories there are. Like if you can hear, oh, mom went for a walk, that neighbor saw, or somebody said.
There's a miscommunication too. There was 2 different little girls that actually had walked off of, or not walked off, but had
gone missing,
been reported on the 15th. One was in Persia, which that's where people get walking off. That little girl did walk off. She was found walking down the road. And it was all come in the same time as Summers come in. Persia's off of Highway 70.
What is?
Off Highway 70, going towards Green County.
What's off Highway 70?
Persia.
Is that some
It's a little
town?
It's just a little town.
I get mad when they blame things on the poor communications because the Hawkins County commissioners had already given them $425,000 that had never been used, and nobody knows where the money went. My gosh, dude! And then they don't have money to pay the officers there. No wonder, like, all kinds of corrupt shit is happening in Hawkins.
How much money they getting in grants, Hawkins County?
Well, Frank and Ronnie Lawson's begging for money. I've seen them in those appointments, or in no appointments, those not appointments, but
they've got lawsuits out the ass against them.
I mean, you could only do so much if you don't have the resources.
And they're like $3 million lawsuits. One's like 2.3 million, and I know there's a 3 million.
And to be more specific, that money was given to them specifically to improve the communication system. Then after that, they were given another $65,000, is what Liplock says. Mm-hmm. Nothing like a homemade biscuit. Yeah, you're right, Liplock. There are receipts on. I think that's probably similar to.
Yeah, they were stated that they had just on summer or something that it was over $375,000 or something like that in reward money that people had donated. So where did all that go? That was like I'd heard officers even talking about that's how much reward money was in.
What? How much was it?
It was over $375,000. And there's one man at the TBI spoke on one news thing broadcast announcing how much that they had, and it was like free something.
Well, I don't think it never ended up being that much. And the money, there's a big thing about the money too. Says Jerry says, I thought Allie told police she couldn't get her kids off the hill because she didn't drive. She might have, like, maybe she didn't have a license, and that's like what she said. You know what I mean?
Probably told that because she didn't have a license.
Yeah.
I figured that they would charge her for not having a license, but they wasn't worried about people not having a license in that area at that time.
Yeah.
And that at least to the worries. They were just wanting to find some.
Right, 120 acres. That's another good point. The Carly Trent going missing. That should have been addressed when she went missing.
Yeah. When Carly Trent went missing, they went, like, when they went to Simpson Lane to search, they went but one trailer on that road at that time. And that was Jerry Simpson's trailer. The other places wasn't even established at that time when Carly Trent was missing. See, Sheriff's wasn't there, the others wasn't there, Overbays wasn't there, none of them was there.
Yeah, speaking of Bays, what was Killer Look's community post about? Does anybody know? Fred doesn't know who that person is on Killer Look's community post about, and Killer Looks is like referencing some guy and calls him Mr. Bays.
That's not David Bays.
It's not David Bays, if that's what he thinks.
That's not none of the Bases that I know of.
Yeah, I wonder, but I don't know.
But see, what a lot of people don't understand, David Bays actually didn't own property on Ben Hill Road. He was just living on a piece of property on Ben Hill Road. The property actually belonged to Sam Stedman.
Yeah, Sam Stedman was the one that was in the car with JLR. When JLR, they stopped at the stop sign, and his name Crawford, the other guy, the big guy, what's his name, Crawford, in the other seat, said something about Fred like being a piece of shit or whatever, and took off. Well, yeah, there's like, yeah, right. Hold on, here. Yeah, that guy. Okay, so
That's Sam Stedman.
Yeah, and he
also sold a lot of his property. He sold 58 acres to Ed Redmond Like,
Yeah,
and they met each other at Grady Light's birthday party.
let me pull up so I can see.
Which his property joined, he just sold his property, by the way, the rest of it, the 3 acres, that's where people.
Who, David Bays?
No, Sam Stedman.
Oh.
David didn't have none to sell. He just lived on Sam's property.
Oh, okay.
Where the bonds, all that was.
Okay.
But see, it joined John's property. This and that thing. Andy wants to say something about.
Yeah.
And John is saying something about somebody else using a right of way or whatever part, just like Jody and them saying something about them. Dobbs are using their bottom of their driveway and stuff at 125. Okay, John's whole driveway is built on Sam Stedman's property.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
maybe Sam Stedman and them are cool. Sounds like possibly.
Well, right before Sam Stedman sold this, about a couple of years ago, his last piece of property that joined John's, he was going to John building a new driveway and stuff
He's gonna make John get him a new driveway?
Yeah, before he sold it to him and John for city.
People are asking, somebody's asking me a question about the jail. Is it true that the jail is $15 a day?
I don't
It's do they charge you per day in there? They charge something. They do charge you for like if you go down to medical. Yeah, that's the. Yeah, you don't even like. It's not really. Yeah. So I'll show you guys how I make this sausage gravy. It's super easy. Just browning the sausage. I'll probably make some eggs. Do you want eggs or not? I know Caitlin probably will, so I don't care. I ate too many Twizzlers while waiting for this to thaw. See you, Betsy. Killer isn't David. Yeah, I know. We're just trying to figure out who it is. Who is it? I know he doesn't. He's not saying David. I mean, I figured he probably wasn't saying that was David. But I was just saying it's not David if that's what he was thinking, just adding that in there. Well, I'm trying to. Somebody was just asking about the. Somebody just. Yeah, I already asked that question. Okay. Thank you. You don't have to send that, but thank you.
But there's a lot of bases I don't know. I don't know David's family was originally from, maybe David's family was originally from Virginia.
Oh, yeah, he was from Virginia. Oh, okay. That would make sense why you were saying maybe you thought maybe he had gone to Virginia. Um, when we thought, like a while back, when we thought maybe he had taken Laura or something. Oh.
That or just somebody said,
Yeah, I made up.
yeah. It's like him thinking me and her are together, they're not gonna do it. Because there's that mistake that something.
Because what?
That we that I hope it's gonna end up the PDC. That's why they thought me and her were together last year.
Oh. Yeah,
Rob
I don't know why people think it's like
Rob Logan thought me and her together because we both disappeared about the same time.
people are so it's so funny, like they just like people think that I don't know. Women must be like a lot of women must be super super duper crazy because he said Fritzy, you think? Because I don't understand why people were acting like it was a big deal if Fred talked to Laura. Like, and I don't know. I just think I don't know. A lot of people though tried to weaponize that in some way when really this isn't the easiest thing to use. Who?
You
I'm only a baby.
were saying that like you was.
Oh.
Didn't you know you did July 4th?
Where did that come from? Who was saying that? It's now rumored that I'm having a baby that's due the July 4th. Who sent you that? Oh God, Caitlin just heard that.
They've seen it somewhere. Somebody told you.
July 4th. So just browning this a little bit longer to get out all the pink. And then I'm going to add a few tablespoons of flour and brown with flour. Hopefully there's milk, plenty of milk. I just thought of that. I should have really got more milk, but usually I like these cut down into little pieces. Oh, you think you want to check the, okay. Ugh. Yeah, I think so. Huh? Okay. Well, I'm gonna just put a little dusting here. Fred's gonna put the biscuits back in just for a second. I try to. Yeah. Get the milk. Oh, I wasn't. I was saying I need to get the milk. Thinking about. Just have a crack in it. I kind of still want to gauge something here. Yeah, I guess. I'll probably just show making the gravy. I don't need to show the eggs and stuff. I am okay. Now there's the. What are you doing? I just told you I was taking that. He never listens to me. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay, so really, usually, let's see, 4 cups milk usually with 1 pound, but this one's cracked. I know. I don't need it. It doesn't need to be exact. I'm just trying to keep kind of track a little bit. It's 4 cups, and well, make a little bit more. Yeah, need to save a little bit of the milk. That should be plenty. We'll get that not almost boiling. And then we'll turn it down. We'll get to boiling, and then we'll turn it down and to medium lowish and cover it until it thickens up. Of course, also we add salt and pepper, and then that's thanks. So it's just salt and pepper. Hey, Reba. Yep, that's what he's making too, or that's what we got going on. Hold on. Let's see. We got the biscuits done. Just get that to boiling again. Or not again, but black pepper on my gravy and eggs. Also cream potatoes. Cream potatoes? How do you make those? Is it? Are you talking? Is it a type of mashed potatoes? Using something instead of something different besides milk? Definitely have to pay attention and stir this very, very often, especially once it gets to boiling, because you can burn it really easily and ruin it, and that would it'd be bad. And then we're gonna do the biscuits and gravy. Then I'll make some eggs, like probably over easy, or however I think he wants his a little more than like over medium or something. I think so. But anyways, put some eggs on top of it too. Don and Candace are bad people. People you don't want to meet. they're, you know, when you first meet Don, he can come off as really an okay person, but he has secrets, and they say you're only as sick as your secrets, and he has secrets. He has secrets that nobody knows. Well, not very many people know, except yeah. Don's like a, what is it called? Like a covert narcissist. So isn't that the word? Some more like that. I don't know if you. I know people use that word all the time and stuff, so maybe I shouldn't say it. I'm not anybody to diagnose anybody, but obviously something's going on. I probably better not use this egg, huh? If it's cracked. That's kind of weird. Anyways, this is a pretty cheap thing to make. All for about $10 if you make it all at home. Eggs, though, gosh, they can make or break you though these days. It's craziness. Call them cream potatoes. What the heck are cream potatoes? They brought a puppy back. Are they selling Fred's Place? Oh, hey, I just saw your text half full. So, we don't know of anything like that going on. It looks like that sister somehow has saved the property from by putting in that insurance claim. It covered the back pay, what they owed. So I don't know. I think she's probably going to be moving in up there, is my guess. But for 165 and at 207, I don't know what they don't really know. He doesn't know. His one sister, the good sister, she wants nothing to do with. And I need to do a reading for her. Fred, if you're listening, I need to do a reading for her. Remind me. I could at least record one for her. Hopefully he's listening so he can remind me. But yeah, she's like completely given up on it. Like she wants nothing to do with the stuff. So I think that's why Karen was so focused on Fred, because she thought Fred would come in between of her getting what she wants, I guess. I don't know. But she's always been doing this kind of stuff. Shady stuff. Well, how do you make cream potatoes? Are you guys gonna go trick or treating? Take any kids or grandkids? Gonna dress up yourself? I cannot remember the last time I have dressed up. I don't ever really remember dressing up, ever, like in my life, to be honest. I'm trying to think if I've seen any pictures of me. And my parents were worked in corporate, America, and they were very always busy with work, so we didn't have much get to do much fun stuff usually. I mean, we did get to go places there. We did get to go to a lot of states, like for business, my dad's business trips and stuff. So I guess I could say that.
My sister does read, and especially it's hard to get reading on yourself.
Yeah. Oh, was somebody asking you that?
Somebody said something about reading.
Yeah, I need to at least like. Am I? Oh shit! Am I missing everybody's comments? Let Fred do a reading for his sister. Well, this is for. He has a good sister. This is for the good sister. She's like really cool. Seriously, I really, really. I told Fred she should have her move up here. So it's just crazy to me that how different, how the one just got so like, I don't know.
She's different. The whole family is.
She's different than the whole family is. What Fred said. It's the same, but you use cream out of the can. See, I wasn't seeing your guys' comments. I'm sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. Hey, Jane. I wouldn't want it if. Just curious. I love this integrity. Fred and Laura have kids and grandkids together. These people are nuts. It's called adulting, exactly. And she's with the grandkids and kids right now, and so it's really cool. I hope it motivates her. You know what I mean? I really truly do, because this is like we're getting to that age. Like she's the same age as me, pretty much, a little bit, a year older or so, but we're to the age like it's like we don't have a choice. It's like you either decide now to change your life or be dead. And there's not very many like or prison. Can cream instead of milk. Backyard chickens. Oh, our neighbors would love that. A couple adult parties. Like I'm trying to think. Even when IU, like, because I did go to on campus for a year, college, Indiana University, and lived the dorm life and all that. Very crazy party life, like you wouldn't believe. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I've just never been one to really dress up. Oh no, no. What the hell was I thinking? I just freaking. Wonderful. So. You pretty much see the gist of how to make the gravy. It's now getting to a thickness that it's almost there. Just a couple more minutes, probably. Oh, it says 11:11 right there. Oh, you guys can't see it. It's on the right here, but So this is how you make biscuits and gravy, and the biscuits Fred made are just self-rising flour, oil, and milk. You could use water instead of milk if you didn't have milk, if you're in a bind. So, all right, guys, I might be back, but